Gosh, what is going on with Laurel? So, is she slowly becoming an alcoholic? What do you say?
Well, it's been going on for quite a long time, very subtly. So, in a way, they've done it. The audience are almost like, yeah, she does seem to be drinking quite a lot, but you don't always see her drunk. You just see her the next day, or you see her hiding the bottles. So this is something that has, been done over a period of time, where now we're really looking at how it's having consequences in her life. She can't really cover it up anymore, and other people become involved.
Well, I mean, we've already seen on screen she's already lost her job, and various other mishaps have begun to happen. Is Laurel kind of aware that she's sort of slowly going off the rails with the drink, or is it not really?
No, she's not. She's in total denial. She thinks she's in control. It's the one thing which is really her sort of her saviour, really. So she's just using it to get through the day, to cope with any kind of stressful situation. She'll just take and she's moving now onto spirits. So the vodka's now being hidden under the sink. Right. But every time, like my dad finds it under the sink, I have an answer. I'm like, I've kept it there so the kids can't, find it. So and then as the audience, you think, oh, that's true. Yeah, she's probably right. Well, yeah, she hasn't got a problem. She's convincing herself.
Well, we've seen her sort of fibbed Marlon already. I mean, how do you think he's going to sort of react if he realises the full extent of her drink problem?
I think he'd be really shocked, actually, really shocked. But he knows that she's lost her licence, but only because I drank one glass of wine, and I hadn't eaten, not because I was completely drunk. So I don't think he thinks I have a problem at all. And like I said, I don't. It's my dad that actually starts to think, no, this isn't right.
So what's coming up for Laurel? So how do you sort of feel about, first of all, having the storyline? Because obviously there's some good scope to kind of get quite dramatic and have some emotional scenes. How did you feel initially when they sort of broke it to you, the route for your character?
Well, I suppose, becoming a drunk, an alcoholic, it's a journey, isn't it? But they've done it so subtly, and they've managed it really well, that I totally believe that now that she's in the grips of it. And it's a challenge, isn't it? And it's great to take your character into those sort of dark places, like people in life. That can happen, but at the same time, hopefully she'll move on from this. But this has got quite a way to go.
Okay. Cool. Do you quite enjoy sort of playing those boozy scenes in the Woolpack? I think, for example, when obviously Jay fired you for being a bit rude on the phone. Yeah. Do you sort of enjoy all that?
I think what I've discovered as well is that when you play that kind of drunk acting, there's lots of different types of drunk acting. There's a kind of jolly, happy-go-lucky, a little bit louder drunk, and then there's a very dark drunk, there's a denial drunk. There's lots of different sides of being drunk, so I've enjoyed that, rather than just one type of being off your face, because we are in life, everyone's different at different times of the day. I mean, like, if people who are drunk at lunchtime, sometimes you're different, aren't you, than you are after you've had a bottle of wine with dinner or something, so yeah, I've enjoyed that.
And what about sort of Laurel and Marlon's marriage now? Obviously, for a long time they had the spectre of Donna sort of lurking in the background there, right through their wedding day and beyond, and her death as well. I mean, I think they're sort of happily married now. Is there potential?
Well, I think really from their wedding day was a bit like, it was never really going well. And if at the end of that ep, he was asleep on the sofa and I started drinking the champagne. So of course it started, then it's all these little... as a viewer, again, you probably thought, oh, she's just having a glass on her own. But of course, I did neck that whole bottle. But I think it was pretty doomed from the first day, wasn't it? I don't know how that's going to resolve itself. It maybe needs to go full circle, but there's a lot of issues.
Well, I was going to say, actually, because there's an incident coming up which viewers will see involving Marlon's daughter April, involving some alcohol.
Yeah.
Now, tell us a little bit about that, and does that sort of shake up Laurel at all about what she's doing?
Yeah, it shakes her up because, of course, her drinking is, it's caused consequences of, April going to hospital. It's involved somebody else. her secrets out, but she's still in control, that she has to actually ask April not to lie. To ask April to lie, sorry. There's an awful scene with me and Amelia, who plays April, and I have to tell her to take this Being Brave sticker off from hospital. So, to cover my tracks, really. To which she does, and I tell her it's our little secret. Oh, it's awful. But, she goes to these, depths, really, of... She's so scared that Marlon's going to find out, and she thinks, I'll cover that and it'll be all right and it will all be okay.